Good afternoon. I'm Chris Brown. I am the tight ends and tackles coach here at Southern University. This is the sixth edition of Trill O Line Play. Where today we're going to be talking about tackle sets. Again, I really appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to discuss offensive line play with me. All right, so just an overview of what we're going to be talking about today in this particular episode is angle sets, vertical sets, and we're going to show a few cut-ups of these two different sets. Okay. So just to get diving straight into it, when we're talking about an angle set for a tackle, first and foremost, the width and depth of that set depends on the alignment of the defender. So especially with an angle set, it's so important to understand what the depth and width of that guy is, understanding what's going on as far as if there's someone stacked behind him or if it's looking like they're about to send a pressure off the edge. You have to understand where he's aligned and what's going on around him before you take your angle set so you can take the proper set, okay? When you're setting at this angle, you're trying to end the party early, okay? When you're setting and you decide to do an angle set as a tackle, there's obviously no threat in the gap right inside of it, all right? We like to teach our linemen, if you have a wide three, all right, you want to make sure that you vertical set. But if there's no threat inside, if it's the shade 5 side of the protection, you can go ahead and angle set and what I like to call end the party early, which is get to them in a straight line and punch them and work your independent hands, all right? So another important thing about an angle set is you want to be patient and maintain great trail relationship with the defender. So when I say trail relationship, when we're talking about an angle set, you want to make sure that you remain inside out of the defender when you take your angle set. A lot of tackles are stagnant to take angle sets because they're concerned about the fact of getting beat inside. But if you be patient on your set and you kick out patiently, you never want the defender to be in front of your inside hand. So if we're looking at this picture of Jachari right here, he never wants the defender to get in, to be in front of this inside hand that he has up, ready to strike and clamp the defender. All right, this is the strike hand, this is his clamp hand. All right, so that's maintaining great trail relationship. I want to be inside out of this inside number of the defender. All right, and I want to make sure that I don't get beat inside by being patient on my set. Okay. Another thing that I want to do when I'm working an angle set is work independent hands. All right, I'm trying to strike with this outside hand on the defender and clamp with my inside hand to prevent an inside move. All right, so I'm striking with my outside hand and I'm clamping with my inside hand on the defender so I have full control of what he's going to do. All right, and last but not least, after you clamp, you get your hands on the defender, you have to be prepared for a counter move. That's why it's important to have a great base. All right, it's important to take a great kick. All right, and to strike the defender, but you have to be ready for a bull, a counter move to the inside, a spin move. All right, you have to be ready for the defender's next move. You can't just sit there and think that your job is done and feast on the work that you put in. Okay, so that's kind of the basics of an angle set. Okay, so when we're talking about a vertical set, again, the width and depth of your set is dependent upon the alignment of the defender. All right, so on this one, it looks like it's somewhat of a fan call going on. He had a 4-eye. The guy went inside. He's vertical set. Jeremiah here, vertical set straight back. Okay, and he has a guy. He's being very patient right here. But the width and depth of that set is dependent upon alignment of the defender. It's important for young tackles to understand. You do not have to rush out there because there's a wide guy or because we think he's so fast and we're going to lose. Be patient and understand that defenses have gap responsibilities. Something's going to show up in your C gap. So you don't have to rush out there and expand your hole. Understand that somebody's going to come in the C gap, and you just need to be patient on your kick. All right. Now, when we're talking about vertical sets, all right, it protects against twisting games. So you want a vertical set, all right, and you want to kick straight back with inside hand presence and square shoulders to be ready for games. We're going against twist teams. We're going against dog teams, teams that like to line up in cover one and send a lot of pressures and blitz. We like to vertical set so that we can collect whatever we're responsible for in our gap. All right. And again, just like the angle set, you want to maintain great trail relationship. The guy that I'm pass protecting against, I don't want that guy to be inside of my inside hand. So this is Jeremiah right here. I do not want the defender, all right, when I'm kicking to be on my inside hand. I want to make sure that I remain inside out of the defender and be patient before I strike the defender with my clamp hand, okay? Again, independent hands, we just talked about it. I want to strike with that outside hand and I want to clamp with that inside hand to protect myself against an inside move on the defender, all right? And I also want to prepare for counter moves, just like we discussed in the last slide. So those are just two simple, basic sets that tackles like to use. There are other sets, but those are the two we just wanted to focus in on today. Okay, so here's a cut up right here of the left tackle. All right, Jatari Carter working an angle set. All right, here against in the spring. All right, he sets out at a slight angle first and foremost. Um, there's a 2-eye here, so he's not worried about the threat of a twist game. So he's able to go ahead and take the angle set. He sets out, does a great job of being patient on his set. All right, very patient on his set. Strikes the defender, clamps with his inside hand, and ends the party. All right, so when you get out at that angle, it's so important that you be patient on your set. All right, keep your shoulder square, strike the defender, party's over. All right, great job by Jatari being patient, understanding independent hands. Got a nice low base. He could probably do a better job of getting his hands up a little faster and being more violent with his blow against the defender with this angle set by the left tackle. All right, so this is the right tackle right here. All right, this right here is Jeremiah Stafford, and you're going to see him working a vertical set. So again, we said if we feel the threat of an inside guy, this guy's in a very loose 3 technique, and we want a vertical set. We see it looks like there's some type of game going on. They're very wide. All right, they're in the wide front with 2 3s. It's probably going to be a game coming, but if not, I want a vertical set to be safe. All right, so he's setting. You'll see Jeremiah, all right, extremely patient on the set, does an outstanding job of just being extremely patient, strong inside hand presence. All right, kicking straight back, waiting the last minute to open his shoulders up to keep his squares, to not let that wide defender commit. All right, if you open up too early as a tackle, that outside defender is going to attack you as soon as he sees your shoulders open up. So he does a great job of being patient, getting some kicks in, all right, and ending the party. All right, the guy has no chance. He does a great job of mirroring the defender as well. All right, mirroring is another critical aspect, all right, when we're talking about angle and vertical set. All right, so this is a great job here by Jeremiah. All right, so this is just an extra bonus one I wanted to show you guys with the left tackle. All right, so you do have your angle set and your vertical set. All right, but if the defender is tight on you, all right, we like to do what we call pick it up, put it down set. If the guy is tight on you, there's no need to kick. All right, there's no need to set out wide. There's no need to start kicking straight back. All you need to do is just end the party early. So you see Jatari right here, our left tackle. All right, what he does, he just picks it up, put it down, punch the defender, party over. All right, getting his hands inside, playing with a nice low base. Jatari doing a great job of understanding that guy's tight on me. There's no need for me to kick out or start kicking back. Just pick my foot up, put it down, punch the defender, party's over, and get the ball out. All right, great job here by Jatari of understanding, all right, the depth and width of the defender. Okay, so again, thank you for guys for taking a few minutes out of your day. We're going to do this every single week, every Thursday. I'm going to release fully on YouTube. All right, the Trill O-line play episode. All right, thank you. Nugget of the day: don't run from the adversity. All right, so I would say early on in the profession of coaching college football, the adversity, the hard part, the grind, the grit of just getting into the profession was so difficult that sometimes, many times, I wanted to just throw in the towel in the profession. But don't give up on something that God has placed on your heart. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Trill O-line play. Again, subscribe. Get this good food every week. And follow me on all my social media platforms where it's basically all about offensive line play and tight end play. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day with me. Go Jags.